Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I'm back with Russian Fishing 4, and yes, I am here in Mosquito Lake again, and only reason I came back here is I was hoping that maybe things would be different in the market and in the tackle area, because it seems like almost everything I need is out of stock, and it's really starting to concern me. I'm about to starve to death here. I just realized that. Anyway, wow, it didn't fill me up either. But I have been trying hard to get some potatoes on all of the maps, and I guess it's just not in stock anywhere. I don't know how to get it if it runs out. Or I guess maybe you just can't. I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, it's out of stock. It's out of stock. Diced cheese out of stock. All the boilies are out of stock. Flies are out of stock. I swear, I don't know what's going on. It's been I don't know if it's people are playing a lot more or what the deal is, but we are really hurting for a lot of items here, and I'm a little concerned about that. I thought it would be like, you know, maybe it's just out of stock at this store, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And another thing is, it's been a long time since I've had any spices for mulled wine. They have been out of that forever. And I've been hanging on to 2 of the port wines, the half bottles, to see if I can make more of that, and I just haven't been able to get any more. Whoops. So, what in the heck? That's not what I wanted. Had some kind of wigging out session going on there with my mouse. I want to buy some of this vodka, mainly because if it starts raining, I'm going to need that to keep me warm. I may have to make some coffee or something too. But yeah, I came back here to check that out, and I thought while I was here, I recently purchased 2, well, not 2, what is going on with my mouse? I recently purchased 2 Palmer rods, actually an additional Palmer rod, and I've been using those for feeder fishing, and I thought I'd give a try fishing here for a little while, because I've always been told how big the carp can come here. And lo and behold, I caught the biggest carp I have caught yet. It is even bigger than the grass carp I caught over in Old Berg. And here's a picture of this son of a gun. Anyway, that, my friends, is a pretty darn good carp, especially out of here from what I understand. Now, I'm sure he is nothing for some of the other locations, but for somebody who's only a level 15, that is a monster. And I caught him off the Palmer. I don't think I could have come close to bringing him in on the Asteria. But I happened to be fishing over here, and I tell you guys, this spot I have over here has been very good to me. Let me go ahead and light this fire while I'm at it. And I think I've got some stuff that I can make here. Let's see, do I have coffee? I think I do. Yes, I do. I'm going to go ahead and make some coffee while I'm here. There it goes. I don't think I have tea, but I'll check nope, no tea. So coffee it is, and I cannot make any mulled wine. Damn. I really want to make mulled wine. That's my beverage of choice out here when it gets cold and rainy and nasty. But if you go over here to this spot way over here. You have to look for those logs, and then there should be like a wooden plank thing that goes out into the water. Wait a minute, I think I passed it. Did I pass it? Yeah, I passed it. Shoot. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, you want to look for this right here, because you can walk out on it. And I think I fished from here before. It's been a while, but I think I might have recorded over here. This here is my favorite spot for carp fishing in this lake. I have fished over there and it's not too bad, but this is an ideal place, guys. Now, I'm sure there's others. Everybody has their favorites, but what I like about this is all the cover you have here. You have lily pads, you have down logs there, and of course here. Over here you got more lily pads, and then out there you have grass. I mean, this is just like awesome, awesome cover. Now, I usually, with my Asteria, I've been keeping the bait, things like maggots, not anything bigger than maybe corn, because I don't want to get anything so big that it can't pull it in. Now, if this had been under the other circumstances, I would have the corn on this and potatoes on the others, but since I can't get potatoes, I have to do the best that I can do. But I try to throw it out here, usually someplace close to the grass, and set it down. Hold on, I did not set the retrieval speed. I usually set it to about 30. Seems to be a reasonable speed. I'm sure somebody's going, no, you don't need to do it that way. It's too fast, you know. Hey, I haven't broken a pole yet. Haven't broken a pole, haven't broken a reel, haven't even worn them out. So, get off my back. I'm doing just fine. I know what these things can handle, and I don't have lines on here that is way too much for the reels or the rods to handle. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this one out. I've got corn on this, and I usually try to cast it just beyond the log. That's good right there. And look, I'm already getting a bite. Well, let me get this one put down so that I can... Alright. Yeah, he's determined to get it. I usually get some pretty good bites over there. And I kind of switch off between maggots, dough balls, sweet dough. I don't know, I just kind of mix it up, really. I don't put corn or potatoes on it because that usually attracts the great big carp, and I'm not so sure the Asteria can handle that. But anyway, my third palmer, I've got corn on it as well. And I usually try to cast it just a little bit beyond that log. Right about there. It seems like I get a lot of good bites right there. And we've got another one over here. It's a sunny day, so the maggots are going to be pretty darn popular. And I think worms will probably do pretty well too. Looks like we're getting the crucians. Yep, we are getting the crucians. Alright. Nothing wrong with that because I need them. There is actually a order, and they want, I think it's 5 crucian carp over a certain weight. So if I can get that, that'll bring in some extra cash, a lot more than I would get just from them on my own. Check my... Yeah, I was afraid of that. Let's get the retrieval speed up. I was too busy talking to remember to set that. The reason I do that is because it is just too slow. I mean, I'm sorry. Just too slow to deal with. When you reel it in that slow, it gives him that much extra time to pull and tug and carry on. This is a nice middle ground speed. It's not too fast, not too slow. Anyway, that's pretty much the way I set it up. Now I might, you know, these two out a little bit more, bring them in a little bit more. And occasionally I might throw this one over more towards the lilies just to mix it up a little bit. But for the most part, this is kind of the setup I go with. Now, right now it's 5:08, 5:09 in the afternoon. It should start picking up as the sun goes down. So we should be getting some better action here in a minute. Not that we haven't been getting any. I see I've got already a couple of decent sized crucian carps. Got one here, it's almost a full kilogram. This one is almost a full kilogram. This one's at 703 for the gibble. And there's a if you get 2 gibble, you can get something too. And I think this one might be just barely big enough for the order. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, I guess. But I am getting a bite here. I already saw the line go slack. If you take a look there, you can see. Just watch. Of course, it's not going to do it now. There you go. Looks. There he goes. I'm going to let him get it a little bit better than that. I don't think he's very big. It looks like this one is determined to take it, so let's go ahead and get him. Nice common roach. It looks like our little friend over here finally decided to go for it. You know, most of the time the ones you're going to bring in are roughly around this size. You know, nothing monstrous. But every now and then you'll pull in one that's a monster. That one that I fought that's almost 10 kilograms. I caught him on that palmer right there. And I fought that fish. I am not joking, guys. I started fighting him somewhere around 2 a.m. in the game, and I went into around, I think it was 1 a.m. the very next day. Almost a full in-game day it took me to pull him in. And there was several times I thought that I wasn't going to get him in. He just wasn't budging. I mean, he was like trying to pull in a log or something. So, uh-oh, good Lord. We got something decent here. Yep, we got something big here. Alright. Oh, when it rains, it pours. Okay, this guy's going to fight me a little bit. Alright, just judging from the way he's pulling, I'm not thinking he's too huge. I haven't tried to reel it in super fast, but I'm feeling some give when I pull back, so that's good. We just need to tire him out a little bit. Might take up the friction just a little bit. You can take the friction up, guys. It isn't going to hurt anything. You don't want to put it in the red. Just take it up enough to where it's not going to break the rod. And if it looks like it's going to go into the red, then just take it down. I mean, play with it a little bit. But he's given up. He's coming in now. It's a little bit, you know, it's a manage of testing him, seeing what you can reel in, seeing if you can pull him and tug on him, play with the friction a little bit. If it seems like he's getting a little bit too much friction, let up on the friction. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt anything. Done this for almost 50 years, guys. It works. Never broken a rod. And I'm not saying just in this game. I'm talking about in real life. I've never broken a rod. And there you go. Now, he's not a monster, but he's decent size. I mean, not gonna complain. 2 kilograms is not a bad carp. Alright, let's see if this guy's still here. I might have lost him because I was playing with him. Or he may have tired himself out because he's kind of small. I'm thinking it's the latter. I think he just tired himself out. Yeah, little guy. He's a little guy. Little fella. Alright, haven't got a whole lot of activity over here, which is kind of strange. Now, I did try some cabbage leaves over here for quite a while, and I didn't get anything to bite off of it. I don't know that there are grass carp in here, and I don't know that there aren't. I assume that there are not. And I guess carp don't go for it either. I thought carp pretty much ate anything, but therefore I haven't been fishing with that. I just wish the potatoes worked. I mean, not that they don't work. I mean, I wish that we had them. Really aggravated by that. That's one of my favorite baits to use, and I can't get it. It's not like I can go growing some potatoes. So even if I had a, there's not even a way to get a skill up to get them. Looks like the... Alright, we might have finally gotten some activity on this one. Some of the biggest carp that I've been pulling out of here recently have been right under that log. Occasionally, if you throw it over there by those weeds, you can get some tench out there too. It's pretty decent ones. Nothing like the old Berg tench, but fairly decent ones. Can't see my flashlight yet. Well, I don't know, guys. I think he gave up on it. Well, I'm going to do what I usually do when things slow down a little bit, and that's go dig worms. It's always a good way to kill time. Seems like as soon as I step away and start digging worms, then I start getting a little activity. See what I mean? Excellent way to kill time, and you get some worms. Okay, which one is it? I think it's this one. Yep. Oh, out of bait again? Really? Well, that's the last of the maggots. Alright, let's switch over to bread this time. We haven't been fishing with those for a while, and I've got quite a bit of it. I have really been seriously going through the bait lately. I haven't fished with the bread though for a while, so I figure it's a good switch. See, I've got corn on both of these. I'll tell you what, there's another thing that I had found, and it's out of stock right now. Wait a minute, let me see here. And I caught a really, really big carp off here. Not the biggest one, but it's one of these press cakes. What I like about it is you can get some real distance with it. So I'm going to throw it out there by that grass over there. There we go. It weighs about 5 grams, so it's a little heavier than most of the other baits. But it's, whoa, there we go. It's kind of like a boilie in a way. I've been playing around with using it, and I've been pulling some pretty good carp out with it. Yep, there's a nice crucian. That's probably got the order. So the bread dough is popular. So that's what we're going to stick with for a little bit. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out if there's something. There is something pecking at it. I just can't get it to get serious about it, you know? And there it goes. I told you about that press cake, guys. I told you, I told you, I told you. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Yeah, pick you up some of this stuff. This is some good stuff, guys. The common carp seem to really like it. Oh, God. Now I got another one. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I don't like to do this very often. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him fight with that for a minute. Because this guy I can probably get in. Good. I got another decent gibble carp. Ah. Well, he got away. Usually that works. He got away, though. He got away this time. That's alright. Trust me, I would have fought him for quite a while. He was pretty good size. A lot of times, though, I will go ahead and drop it like that. And just let him fight. And like that, you stand a chance of losing them, but I would rather pull that other line in than lose it, because that line's not nearly as big or nearly as long as this is, and I don't want the line to get taken off of there. You just gotta weigh your differences sometimes. Good God. And it's not like they aren't going for this stuff. Holy crikeys, jeez. You see what I mean? Alright, we're just going to put this away for now. And I think I got one on this one too. Good God, what is this fish? Holy Lord Almighty. This is with a palmer rod, guys. This guy is monstrous. He is a monster. Yeah, we're going to be fighting this guy for a while. Well, that press cake's some cool stuff, guys. Alright, let's let him fight. Let him take it. He's good. There's not a whole lot of place he can go. When he relaxes a little bit, then reel in on him. Keep the line up. That keeps tension on it. He's less likely to get off. People are saying you're reeling it in too quick. Well, the thing is, if you don't reel it in too, or keep at least taut, you're going to lose the fish too. They get off very easy. You can't. The one thing you can't do in this game is you can't yank it and set the hook. You have to hope the hook just has set itself. So literally the food could just be in their mouths and they're running with it. So as soon as there's lack of tension, he just spits it out and he's gone. Yeah, we're going to be fighting this fish for a while, guys. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of ground here, guys. Oh, no, he's taking some. He's taking some. It's alright, let him do it. You can only do it for so long. There you go. See, he gets tired of it after a minute. So you gotta weigh that. Because if that tension gets too low, he'll get off that hook. You gotta keep enough tension for that fish isn't going anywhere. And yes, guys, I must say this one more time. You can damage your gear walking the fish. I mean, if there's nothing in the way, fine, that works just great. But if you walk around and let your pole bang into trees and cattails and brush, you're damaging it. I got this straight from the devs, guys. This is from the devs. So you gotta weigh your situation. I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is it worth it? I would rather not damage it. If I was going to damage it, I'd rather damage it fighting this son of a gun like this. But guys, I think we're getting the upper hand on this fish. And it's going to take a little bit of time to reel him in. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here. And when he gets a little closer, bring it back. Alright guys, he is finally getting here. This took a lot of time, but he's almost here. I'm not sure. I have to check what I recorded to see when this actually started, but there he is. He is finally worn himself out, he's all tuckered out, but we're going to probably need a net for this guy. And there he is. Well, he's about 4 kilograms, not too bad, not too bad at all. 1560 XP. Not the biggest one I've caught, but he was definitely a good fight. Big old fish. Anyway, I think I'll get a nice little pic of him for posterity, and we'll keep him. Alright guys, that was a lot of fun. I think that was a very successful fishing expedition, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go ahead and put my rod away. I wanted you guys to see that press cake and how well that works. As you can see, the carp really like it. Okay, there's nothing on there. But what we're going to do, guys, here, we're going to go ahead and go back. I want to see if I can get that order filled. Alright, let's see here. Alright, what was the order? 5 crucian carp. Damn. Ah, they have to be under a certain size. That's kind of rare. Same with the gibble. Well, I don't have any of that to trade in. Daggone it. Nothing on the common roach. Need 5 of those anyway. Well, doesn't look like I got much to put in there. We'll just go ahead and sell these guys. Let's see. That carp, not too bad. 4.44. Carp doesn't bring a whole lot of cash. That's the only thing. Common carp are kind of a rough fish. So unless you get a really monster fish. So about 22.22. That's not too bad. We're up to 260.58. So I'm not hurting too bad right now. I want to get a better reel for this other palmer rod. I'm trying to save up my money. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little chow here. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another episode of Russian Fishing 4. We'll probably be back in Old Berg, or maybe might go by the Winding Rivulet for a little while, because I've still got a ways to go to level 16, and I'm getting a little tired of Old Berg. And since I got these larger rods, it's kind of fun to see what you can get on those things now. But anyway, guys, please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And always remember, aim straight, cast far, and have fun. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.